All right, it's 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
Wait, can I do my thing already? My son is busting my balls.
Welcome to the Chaz Palminteri Show.
Stop it, Dante. Welcome to the Chaz Palminteri Show. It's 11 o'clock on a Monday. We have a new show. Don't forget, if you want to come and see the original one-man show of Bronx Tale.
That Robert De Niro saw in 1989.
That's Robert De Niro saw in 1989. Would you stop doing that, please? And 1989, and go to chazpalminteri.net, and you'll... where am I in September,
You
John?
got something right in your teeth.
I got something in my teeth?
Right in your teeth. Nope.
Anything else you want to say nicely?
Bottom teeth. All right, do the whole episode with something in your teeth.
Okay. Is it off?
Smile, big smile. No,
It's not off?
no.
Oh, my God. Why do I do this? Why do I bring him on the show? I have an audience here tonight. I got some people here tonight. Please.
He's still got it in his teeth.
Yes. Is it off?
Big smile. No.
All right, we're good?
Is he lying?
Oh, no, he's not lying.
Oh, God. Okay. I can't get it off.
Get mom.
The water girl's coming.
Give me the water. Can I? Okay. I have this incredible young lady here, my daughter, Gabriella,
Who wasn't invited on the podcast.
who's very shy. She doesn't like to do podcasts. No.
You're good.
I'm good now. Okay. So, John, where am I in September?
September 16th, you're in Millville, New Jersey at the Lavoie Theater.
Go ahead.
September 17th, Montclair, New Jersey, the Wellmont Theater. September 22nd, Akron, Ohio, E.J. Thomas Hall.
Yeah.
September 23rd, Cincinnati, Ohio, Taft Theater. You got a busy September, pal.
I got a busy September. You know what that means?
Money.
Moolah, money. Not money.
Money.
That's right. Anyway. All right. So, and don't forget my restaurants, 30 West 46th Street and 264 Main Street in White Plains. I have two of the top Italian restaurants in the state. I never say the best because there's a lot of it great.
There's some
Italian
good ones.
restaurants. There's some good ones. But are they in the top 5? Absolutely. So come to my restaurant, see it, and go see my one-man show. And go to chazpalminteri.net for merchandise and all the stuff. Right, D?
Yep. We're soon
All right,
gonna.
so my son's on it because a lot of people, they say, we always hear your son in the background, but why don't you get him on? So, Dante, you live in L.A. now,
I live in L.A.
Beverly Hills,
Beverly Hills.
but you were embarrassed to say Beverly Hills. Well, it's a nice place. You live in Beverly Hills.
It's good. We got a good deal.
You got a great deal.
You don't need to pay the realtor in Los Angeles.
Is that true?
Yeah. So you can hire a realtor. In New York, you got to pay him. But in L.A., the
Landlord.
the landlord pays him. Some broker fees are actually more than the first month's rent
Really? In New York?
in New York. I just heard a story yesterday of the rent being $3,000 and the brokerage fee being $6,000. That's how
That's like robbery.
that's how inflated
It's
it is.
robbery, folks. Why do I live in New York? It's insane. I could live in Vegas or Florida or Texas for so much less. Why do you think Joe Rogan went to Texas? He was smart. He knew what he was
Smart.
doing.
He knew.
He
There's a
went to
little.
Austin.
He created a whole other thing out there.
He's got a whole empire out there. Why
empire.
pay you all these taxes? L.A., New York. It's insane.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know my son is an actor. He's also a singer-songwriter. Went to Berkeley, right, Dante?
Yes.
How did you like going to Berkeley?
Berkeley was fun. Very cool. Really
Berkeley
great
in,
teachers.
Berkeley in Boston.
Boston, not California.
Right.
No.
Boston and California. Yeah, this is
Berkeley College of Music.
College of Music. And for those of you who want to see him, go to Dante.
Dante Palminteri. Yeah. That's
Dante Palminteri on Instagram,
all over.
TikTok.
TikTok. I'm TikToking.
And you know what? I gotta tell you, Dante. Now that you're on, I'm a little pissed off. You always do these like things on your TikTok about talks with my father,
Yes.
about normal fathers and me.
People like them.
But I'm not normal.
No. No.
I'm not normal father.
No.
Give me
Okay,
a good
could-
example.
What could you give us an example why I'm not a normal father? Seriously. You know.
Well, I don't know. My sister came up to me years ago when she was finishing up high school, and she goes, do you know other dads go to parent-teacher conference? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, other dads go to parent-teacher conferences. And I was like, yeah, well, our dad doesn't go to those. And I would be like, Dad, I would come home, Dad, where's Mom? And you'd be like, oh, she's at parent-teacher conferencing.
Well, first of all, a lot of fathers, I'm sorry, I disagree, don't go. It's mostly the mothers who go. And once in a while, you'll get a father who's there, and, but very rare.
I don't
And-
think other fathers are dropped off at 1 a.m. by some black Cadillac with all the windows tinted.
What are you trying to say?
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying that you do those things.
All right, will you tell us the story? Because I thought that was a funny story about when you had to go, and I sent 2 guys there to help you move in. Well, I went too.
You
but
went, and
Mom went.
Mom went, and can I say Bobby went, and Chucky went.
Right, and your friends, what was Bobby Lamb
Well, I didn't
Chops?
have any friends. It was the first day,
was
so
the
it was
first
a good
day.
impression.
It was a good impression. Bobby Lamb Chops and Chucky Woods.
Yeah, yep. And my roommate was there. He was moving in. I want to apologize to him. He had to have a front seat to that chaos. But it was 3 guys all screaming at each other about moving desks and everything.
I remember everybody was fussy
Lamps.
about getting on the elevator, and my 2 guys,
They jumped on the elevator and
they stopped everybody, and they said, no more people on the elevator.
yeah, that was fun. I got to do that. Yeah.
So your friends,
That's a good way to make a first impression in college.
So your friends in school thought your father was in the mob,
No, they didn't know what to
well,
think.
which is not true, obviously, because your dad has been an honest man, never been arrested. So let's be honest here.
Of course.
But the movies I do and the way I conduct my life, people say these ridiculous things.
It is it's very peculiar.
Do people think your father's in the mob?
I mean,
Really?
no, I don't
No,
think
okay,
really.
good.
I don't think really. I'm sure some people,
Some people.
anyone
do.
who's done a little bit of research knows, obviously not.
No, obviously not. Right? That's correct.
But you are a street guy.
I am a street.
You
guy.
are a street guy.
I am a street guy. That's true.
You give street knowledge. Give some good street knowledge
On the spot.
on the spot. How about this? If someone
Never good street knowledge. Here's one. Never open the door never open the door after 12 o'clock at night. It could only mean bad news. Never. Somebody rings your bell at 12 o'clock at night. Do not open the door. That's neighborhood logic.
How about this one? If you think someone's following you, how can you tell?
Well, if they're behind you, start walking a little slower and make believe you're looking in a store window. You're looking at something because you can watch them from the reflection on the window, and you could, with your eyes, you could watch them as they walk past you.
Yeah, that's good.
You remember those things.
I remember those things.
I taught you all those things.
They came in handy in Greenwich.
He's funny, folks.
The streets of the private school, they were very rough.
It came
I
in-
had to
well,
use that many a time to get out of trouble.
Well, you know what, Dante? You're a pain in the ass. Really. All right. But
You sent me there. What do you want?
aren't you glad that you got a little street smart from me?
Yeah, I am. I am.
Okay.
Learned a lot.
And what about how are the fathers different here than me? The talks they had with their
I
children.
found this, right? There's 7 stereotypes of Italian American fathers. I'm going to go through the list and you tell me if
Which is right.
if they relate. So the first one is being overprotective.
Yes, very aggressively.
Second one, strong family values.
Yeah, that is true.
Third one, authoritative.
Yes. Yes.
Emotional.
Emotional? Yeah. And no. Very yes and also very no.
Next one, he's a food enthusiast.
That is true.
Loud and expressive.
No.
Traditional views.
Not really.
Yeah, I think he
Not
kind of
really.
he's separated from that
Yeah.
one. But yeah, no, that was pretty much it for the list. I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah, my dad's not that traditional. He's really traditional about non-traditional things. Like he's very hyper masculine about like feminine things, which is kind of weird. Like he'll be like, "When's the last time you got a fucking manicure?" And I'm like, that's such a weird thing to say in that voice and in that tone.
Because I get mani pedis a lot.
He's like, "You don't get a fucking manicure? Like you got to look good. You got to have your cuticles nice and sharp."
Right.
And I'm like, this is a weird conversation we're having.
We'll have a mani pedi. That's
gotta-
like right. But
Yeah.
now, do you do it now?
I do. He'll come in with this hat and say to me, "You want to get a mani pedi?"
And we go get
And
a mani
it's
pedi.
like, yeah, and we'll go get a mani pedi.
But I was right, right?
He was right. You got to have your nails sharp. So,
Otherwise, you look like your nails and your feet are not manicured. That's horrible.
it is. It is. Yeah.
Now, your girlfriend does it, right?
My girlfriend gets mani
Is
pedis.
she happy that you do it now?
She likes it. Yeah. I
Thank
like
you
going.
very much, folks. Thank you very much.
I like getting little mani pedis.
You like getting mani pedis. Okay, all right. And so that's, I mean, I get emotional when I watch movies. You know that.
Yeah.
So where do I not get emotional? We say sometimes I don't give a shit. Where is that?
We're doing this on the podcast. We're gonna do this on the internet.
Well, we shouldn't do it on the internet. Wait, well,
mean,
I could always edit it.
This is
If I don't like it, I'll edit
This is
it.
the least public place. Okay.
Where
right.
am I not emotional?
Were you not emotional?
Yeah.
Okay. About a week ago, we were driving and I found 4 cats, little kittens, on the side of the road.
Okay,
In what?
Okay.
No, what?
Time out.
Yeah. See. You see.
Time out. Let's
We were in East Hampton.
hold it. I am an animal lover, and you know I am. Now, but
But
we're in the dark in East Hampton. We're going. You said there was cats, and I said if you take those cats, you're taking them away from their mother. Don't just drag those cats out of here. And you're so hyper about animals. You go, no, we got to save them. I said, save them. They're there in the grass. You're going to take them away from their mother. And so it was an argument. It was a fair argument, John.
I
Right?
agree that it was fair.
That's all. Let's say it
you
the way
could
it
have
is.
taken him away from his mom.
Yes.
You could have taken him away from living in a bush.
They're living in East Hampton.
Well, what? It's
What the
not like
hell's better than that? They're living on a beach in East Hampton. The homes are $20 million. Come on.
okay. All right. That's just one example. You said you wanted to do this on the
All
internet.
right. Okay. That's an example. Let's see. I'm trying to think of another one. I guess when you said I'm one of the few people you've ever met who grew up poor but is spoiled.
That is true. My dad is a very rare combination of poor and spoiled. Yes, it's fascinating. He can tell you how he saved a can of tuna fish from one day to the next day, but then also tell you that he has never had to do laundry in his life.
Never did laundry. Ever.
That's impressive.
Right? I said, how do you manage to pull that off? He'd always had a, right? How
I
do you
always went to Fluff and Fold.
fluff and fold?
I would save money to go there. Or I had a girl that I was dating
A
do it.
girlfriend do it.
A girlfriend doing. I would do the same thing. I
Poor
would
and
have them come
spoiled.
over. I would say, I got to do this laundry. Do you know how to do this? And they would go, well, you don't know how to do laundry? I said, yeah, but I always mess it up. They go, well, all right, let me show you. And before you know it, they're doing my laundry.
I have to say too, for what you're saying, like he's definitely one of the more generous people I've ever met in my life.
I think so too. I didn't say you weren't.
First of all, the people that I hang out with, they have a lot of money. I'm okay, but not like them. I'm okay.
Remember Monaco? There was some serious money.
He's very moderate about it.
Right. What do I always teach you? Telling people you have a lot of money is only bad because only 2 things could happen, and they're both bad.
They want it.
Or they can steal it from you.
That's it. Have
That's
fun.
it.
Yeah. Stealth wealth.
Stealth wealth.
Wealth. That's the move.
We don't want to be dictator wealth.
No.
Right. We had a house in the Hamptons. Right, Janice? That house in the Hampton we had? And Dante was in a pool, and every day he would go, Dad, this is dictator money.
This is right after the conversation of not showing off money.
No, we were laughing about that. Well, it's not our house.
It was not our house.
It wasn't our house.
I wish it was.
Wish it was our house.
That was a nice
no,
house.
it was a beautiful home, but it wasn't our house. A friend of mine was gracious enough to let us have it for a week in the Hamptons. No, I didn't. No way. Look, be who you are. Because sooner or later, you're going to have to face it.
Neighborhood logic.
Neighborhood logic. Because humble pie is a bitch. Humble pie is a bitch, man. So be who you are, right?
Neighborhood logic. That's right.
Oh, what's this neighborhood logic?
I don't know. I'm behind the camera so often. It's nice to say these things.
Well, how does it
finally.
feel to be in front of the camera?
Feels good.
Well, what do you
Feels
feel?
good.
No,
Look
I
at
get
this.
it.
This studio is pretty crazy since
Yeah.
we set up. We
I
were
know.
doing this in COVID when he came up to me and he's like, "We should start a podcast."
Well, that's because of this gentleman right here, Phil
Yep.
Folia, who was your godfather.
Who was my godfather?
Thank you very much. Who's your godfather? A little
Yep.
applaud from the peanut gallery. And I have to ask you a question, honestly. Do you like being in front of the camera, or it bothers you to be in front of the camera? First of all, you're an actor. You're doing a movie. You'll be doing a movie at the end of the month.
Yeah, but I'm an actor, so I get to hide behind the script.
Right.
But when it's just you, it's kind of like, I mean, I like it. It's fine.
You're confident. You got confidence.
It's fine. I'm not like, I don't I'm not like one of these people who loves it.
All
Hold
right,
on.
so now that you're living in California, okay?
Hold on. We're cutting this part out. I'm about to sneeze.
Well, you running the show now?
I've been running this.
Okay, so I'm looking on your thing, and I know you've been boxing. How long you been boxing? When did I start teaching you how to fight, to box? About 3 or 4.
About 3, but you taught me to never fight unless I need to.
That's right. I
Yes.
said I'm teaching you how to
Very
fight,
good.
so you never have to fight.
You never have to fight.
And I got to tell you, my God, you're a damn good fighter. And now you're doing Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Gracie Jiu-Jitsu,
And how long you been doing that?
the gentle art. Really consistently for almost a year now.
Almost a year. And where do you do the Jiu-Jitsu? Where?
Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills. And who's the master teacher there?
Oh, there's a few, but the guy who runs the show is Mike,
Right?
and it's pretty intense. It's pretty crazy.
So it's a shout out to Gracie Jiu-Jitsu
To Gracie
in
Jiu-Jitsu,
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills.
It's a great place, right?
Oh yeah, very very small, very intimate.
Right.
Everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows.
Everyone knows everyone's game, and it's really fun.
Right. And this I'm so proud of my son. Not only do that, you do a very heavy duty boxing gym,
Yeah, Fortune Boxing.
Fortune Boxing, and the guy
Justin and Tamara Fortune, they are the best.
they're the best. That's where are they?
That's West Hollywood.
That's West Hollywood.
West Hollywood.
And it's called
Fortune Gym.
Fortune Gym. And what do you like about that gym? Because it's old school, right?
Old school. Old school.
It's not the fancy left right. You
No,
know.
no.
It's a boxing gym.
It's serious boxing gym. Yeah, you walk in and there's pros there, world
Right.
champions hitting the bag, Muay Thai guys hitting the bag.
Right.
There's some jiu-jitsu guys, there's some wrestlers there, but it's mostly boxers and kickboxers and Muay Thai guys.
So you enjoy boxing and doing jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
I'm curious about
Yes.
jujitsu because I want to know how you felt when the first time you went in there. Because I've heard anybody that thinks they're a tough guy, as soon as they walk into a jujitsu gym,
a
they
dishwasher.
leave.
Yeah.
They
You're in
wipe
a
the floor with
dishwasher.
them.
Yeah. Well, I did jujitsu a lot when I was a kid, so I knew what it was going to be like. Remember, I did it.
Right.
I did it around here with Brandon. Shout out Brandon. When I was really little, like I don't know, 2000,
Yeah,
Like
you were
8 or something like
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
maybe even before that, before it like really kind of took off. I wish I stuck with it. I would have been a fucking assassin by now. But whatever.
Right.
Is it a humbling experience walking into there?
Yeah, you get the shit beat out of you every time, every day.
So is it true, Dante? Like you're going for your blue belt now? Is that correct?
I mean, soon. Hopefully.
Soon.
Yeah.
Right. But what happens is when you roll with these guys, what is it? It feels like you're in a dishwasher. You said.
Yeah, you're in a dishwasher. You're in a washing machine. Yeah, you just get tossed around, and you really can't do anything unless they let you do something. In which case, they're letting you do a specific thing to get somewhere else. So they'll let you get your arm free, and you think like, "Oh, yes, I'm free," but really they're trapping you. Jiu-jitsu is all about traps. It's all about tricking them into doing something against their wishes
So
without
how much
them
would
knowing.
you say is mental?
So it's like all mental, because you will want to, if you don't have a good mentality about it, you're not going to continue doing it. If you have an ego, like there's a big sign when you walk in the door on the welcome mat that says "Leave your ego at the door," because you're going to get smacked around by like guys who are 50 pounds lighter than you, by people younger than you, by girls smaller than you, by people way older than you, like in their 60s and 70s. Like they're going to annihilate you.
It's real. But why do they call it the gentle art?
Because it kind of is gentle, like until it's not. It can be very not gentle, but it's about leverage and it's about weight distribution. It's not about like beating somebody into submission. It's about using your brain to put like your center of gravity over a very weak and awkward point for them, so they can't. You can't move. You cannot move.
Wow.
It's
Well, I know.
unless you actually go into a gym and take a free trial class, you won't understand when I say that you cannot
Well,
move.
I remember with you. I mean,
I mean,
he went up against his father once when he was young, and then he realized it was a mistake. Now,
yeah.
I got my hands full now.
I mean, the teacher, he's able to do this thing. A lot of them are where they can lie down on you, and the way they lie down on you in the position of your body, they can feel 50 pounds heavier, 80 pounds heavier. A guy
Really?
who's 180 can feel like he's 300 pounds. And
Wow.
you know it. You know, I'm trying to work on that. You know, when you lie down on someone the right way, you get
Right.
an inside control because you see their head hit the mat and they just
Right.
start turning red
Right.
and they try to hide it, but you know you fucking
Now,
got 'em.
now you have two things. You're obviously a singer-songwriter and you're an actor.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing a movie at the end of the month, right? Short.
Looks like that.
Looks like that, right?
You know, you never know until you're on the set with the breakfast burrito.
That's true. But
You never know until
Supposedly-
the check clear. You get that notification that says the check is cleared.
'cause
Until that
I
point-
taught him the right way.
Until that point, I'm not doing a movie.
Right.
I need a shirt that says that.
Right. And
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
you have your original songs. If somebody wants to hear your original songs, they could go to where?
They can go to Spotify and everything, but it's kind of in a transitional period right now, kind of working on some stuff.
Could they go to your Instagram?
Yeah, everything's on Instagram.
Everything's on Instagram. You got to follow this cat. I feel like Sammy Davis Jr.
Cat.
You got to follow this cat.
He's hip.
You got to follow
groovy.
this guy on Instagram because
He's playing at the Copa next week.
no, your stuff is great, man. I really, I mean, so you're just like your father. I was in it with music and acting, both,
Yeah.
you know. And I always said that you're going to be successful way before I was. I didn't get successful till I was 38. So
That's not that far. It's like 10 years, 11 years.
for acting and writing, you know, a singer-songwriter or acting, you like both of them. So what's the difference in both of them?
I think, well, at least with acting, it's more of a ladder that you can climb, and there's more representation for success.
Right.
Music, it's kind of just like you're throwing shit at the wall until something happens.
Right.
But it's something to say about music too. I mean, you could just now with social media, you can just post a viral video, and that just explodes, and then all of a sudden you get all this attention.
Well, how do you feel about these TikTok people who really they just write some stupid song or they do a stupid dance and they get 20 million followers? How do you feel about that?
I mean, if you write a song and it connects with people, it's obviously like, who can say that it's not good? Fucking grumpy old musicians, old jaded musicians.
I
You ever hear of the
understand.
Island Boys?
Well, they're just look. Yeah, I think there's like a difference between someone who just writes a catchy song and people kind of shit on it because they're jaded, and then people who are just so obnoxious that fans go like, "Oh, I got to see what these guys are about," and then they fade away.
Has any TikTok person, anyone could you name, really made it?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
well,
in
what?
the legit world?
But what is really making it? What is that?
No,
'Cause
no.
That's a big thing. I mean, what is really making it? Is that like
To be respected in the legit world. Has any TikTok
Hell yeah.
artist,
hell yeah?
like who?
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to like say it on this podcast. Oh, okay. All right.
You're
There's,
saying something good?
yeah. All right. I mean, there's some like insane musicians that came out of TikTok.
That,
You know, my girlfriend works for a record label,
yeah?
and they're, I don't know. I don't want to.
Okay,
I
fine.
feel weird saying. We'll cut
Oh,
this part.
no. But you're saying good things. I'm saying like I get these people like, and don't get me wrong, however you make it, I think it's cool. I don't begrudge anybody. But how long do they? I guess they make so much money after a few years they can do whatever they want.
Well, you get the note. You get the fans, and then you're able to jump from that to album sales.
But does it translate to album sales?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Not all the
Well,
time,
when
don't they?
album sales. Not all the time, but sometimes it does.
I-
yeah.
you know
if
what-
you're good, you're good, and that's
Right.
just it. Who cares how you explode? You know what I mean?
So I'm saying to you, is there a TikTok person in music that is like Post Malone, Drake, like that?
Okay, well that's kind of different because there hasn't been a big artist break like that in a minute.
But so I'm asking,
You know?
has anybody ever made it like Ed Sheeran, all these guys? Has anybody ever made it from TikTok to that level?
It hasn't been enough time yet. Hasn't been enough time. TikTok really only exploded during COVID. Hasn't been
Okay.
enough time. I mean,
Okay.
Ed Sheeran and Post Malone, they've had forever. But
Okay.
there are definitely artists that are on
But
their
I
way.
don't mind people who look. There's that little kid. He's reviewing toys, and now he's like 10, and he still does it. And his parents run his company, and the kid's making $30 million a year. Fine,
Hey man, like
Fine.
if you found it, you found it.
you
Like,
found it. I agree.
Well, listen, in my opinion, I think some of the artists on TikTok could be better because there's a lot more competition and they need to stand out and they have
Totally.
a lot more original ideas.
That's the problem now is the market is so saturated that if you just post an original song, it's like, who gives a shit?
So I feel like it's
There's-
pushing artists to be
there's-
more creative.
Yeah, more creative, more disciplined, more just better songs. But now artists, they can't just be a musician. Being a musician isn't enough.
What do you have to do?
They have to be videographers. They have to be creative content directors. They have to be social media marketers.
Actors.
I mean, kind of, yeah. Like, you can't just
Who
be...
was it? Post Malone was an actor.
Was he?
Was he Post Malone or Drake?
Drake.
Drake, I'm sorry.
Drake was on Degrassi. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to do both.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
with social media, I mean, you have
know-
to be... Like, your social media has to be
Right.
so distinctly you.
Right.
Whatever, like, that fucking means.
I mean, I know a lot of people they put down the Kardashians. I think
I mean,
they're great. I think they're great. Anybody who can create that a kind of empire like they created, I'm sorry, that takes talent.
no one gives that shit to you.
That takes talent, and to have the longevity they had,
Yeah.
God bless them, man. That takes talent to do that. I say, wow.
I do. Yeah. It's
know-
the market has really changed, especially over the last few years. No,
It's-
it's all about socials.
So what is the new thing now? Is it?
It's still about social
It's
media.
still TikTok.
Yeah,
Still
TikTok.
Instagram?
Instagram is not. It's still important, but I mean, TikTok is really the big one. Big fish.
Really?
Yeah.
More than Instagram.
There's something about TikTok where people actually kind of like give a shit, which is weird to say about the internet, but now you're finding artists who connect with their fans on a super personal level, and those fans want to hear from the artist, and the artist wants to hear from the fans, and they go to the show. Like, one of my favorite musicians, Robert Glasper, he's absolutely just one of the best jazz musicians ever. He did this Instagram video where he was talking about like what a fan is versus a follow versus a like. You know, it's easy to just like someone's video of them singing a song. That's easy to do. I can do that all day.
Right.
But a fan is someone who gets a babysitter, who goes out to dinner, who drives to the show, who parks their car, who buys a ticket. That's a fan. You know, a fan is someone who goes and sees A Bronx Tale.
Live.
Yeah, in Ohio, September 23rd. But they go and see it.
Right.
They drive all the way there and
Right. No, you're right. You're right.
pay
yeah.
for fucking parking
a
at
fan.
Icon, which is $73 for 90 seconds, whatever the
Right.
fuck is going on with that.
All right. Watch your mouth.
All right, but you know what I mean.
Okay,
Everyone's agreeing with me. And then sees the show. It's easy to just like something on Instagram.
That's
but
a fan.
TikTok, they're actually doing that.
You
Like
can
you're-
also read reviews in live time
What do you mean?
when people comment.
Totally.
So it gives you live feedback.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
a John Mayer fan.
He's about,
A diehard John Mayer
he's,
fan.
he's my guy.
He's your guy.
Yeah.
You've seen him many times.
Seen him.
And
seen
who
him
else are
couple
you a
times.
fan of that you would go see?
I'm gonna see him again in November.
November, you're going to see him at 1975. You like?
Enormous 1975 fan.
Well, who else?
Oh yeah. Who else?
How about what was the Fish group, the instrumental?
Oh, Fish.
Fish. You like Fish, right?
I do love Fish.
And what about the puppy? Snorkel?
Well, no, what is it?
I don't know what it is. What is it? I heard you played it for me. They
Good
were
Berkeley
great.
band. Well, yeah, everyone at Berkeley loves him. Snarky Puppy, yeah.
Snarky
Everyone at
Puppy,
Berkeley's
yeah, they were-
laughing. They're
wow.
kind of everyone at
Sick,
school.
sick musician.
Who do you like? You
I
know what my
li-
favorite is? One of my favorite of all time is Chet Baker. You like Chet?
I like Chet Baker. I love John Mayer. I think John
like-
Mayer is a great singer. I think he's a great songwriter.
Best songwriter.
I think he's a tremendous songwriter and
I-
a great player.
I love Jason.
Legitimate great player.
Jason Isbell is another one of my favorites.
I like Alan Stone a lot.
Alan Stone is I've seen him many times.
I like Alan Stone a great deal. No, I'm a fan
Mm-hmm.
of it. You know, of course, Drake. I like Drake. I like Post Malone.
Yeah.
I like those guys. Yeah, I could listen to them.
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm trying to think. I'm not a fan of this like Korean.
K-pop. You don't like K-pop? I like K-pop.
I'm just when I can say I'm not a fan. You know what it is? I think I just don't get it.
K-pop is a little different.
I think I
K-pop-
just don't get it.
K-pop is made by a company who picks out kids
Yeah.
and says, you're going to be in a K-pop band. And they tell the citizens, this is a new K-pop band, and it's by this company. And people go, okay. and they like them.
And they like them.
In America, it's very different. You kind of have to make your own way.
And it might be great, but I just don't.
Oh, it's cool.
I think I'm a dinosaur, and I just don't
no,
get it.
it's
you know?
cool.
I don't
It's a
know.
very specific thing.
Are
K-pop.
you intimidated by AI and music at all?
Fuck yeah.
You are intimidated by
AI
AI?
sucks.
I don't know if he
man.
knows about the AI songs that have come out.
We
Are
all
you
thought
familiar with
AI
that?
was gonna like take the jobs of like AI was gonna replace kind of boring, mundane jobs that nobody wants to do. But it's like replacing artists
It
first,
entered the
which is
creative
what the
field.
hell is going on.
It's scary. I don't know. Do you know about that? The AI songs that they're generating?
Yeah, I didn't hear any great ones.
I've heard a few great ones. There's one with Drake, right?
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the big
Okay,
one.
And what
so
it-
who was the author then?
Exactly.
That's the thing.
That's the
Who
problem.
is it?
Like, do you pay? It's kind. It's
No,
a
you
very.
can't-
It's
you can't do that.
right,
Can't
but
do that.
legally, it's like it's not him, but it is him, but it's not.
No,
him.
but you can't do that.
I say you can. I say it's bullshit.
It's bullshit. You
It's
can't
an
do that.
AI voice that sounds just like him,
Yeah.
but it's not him.
And now they're able to make I don't know how many songs with AI, millions of songs, and just upload them to Spotify.
Well, somebody has
and-
to stop that.
Yeah, it's definitely
somebody has to stop
a problem.
All right.
They're gonna start doing AI artists.
All right.
That's gonna be a thing, like an artist that's only AI.
No, it's got to stop.
Like an artist that's not real. It's not a real person. It's a computer, and I think enough people will be down, right?
I don't know about that. So what is the difference between that and a guy like, what's the guy, those guys who I love where they do that electric, like Avicii?
Big fan of Avicii.
Avicii?
R.I.P.
So, but he makes his own music, so
That's different. That's
but
electronic.
he writes it.
Well, he passed.
He passed away, right?
Yeah.
That's terrible. Anyway, that's,
Someone who's a guy on the electronic music front that's just completely leading a renaissance of electronic music is a guy like Fred again. If you know who that, you definitely don't know who that is.
No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he's just like showing everybody what's possible.
And he's great.
It's insane what this
wow.
guy does.
All right.
Yeah,
So
that's
that-
a totally different thing.
So Dante, if somebody wants to follow you, where are you?
Dante Palminteri
On Instagram and
on
TikTok?
Instagram and yeah, spelt same as you.
spelled the
so
same.
if you're here, you probably
Yeah, spell the same
Yeah.
as me
same as you.
because you're my son.
That's right. Last
Right.
I checked.
He's a son of a bitch, ain't he?
I got to look into that. Yeah.
All right, folks. That's the end of the show. Charles Palminteri Show every Monday at 11 o'clock. My son
son-
Dante,
yep. My dad, Chaz.
who I love so much. And I'm very proud of you, and I'm very proud of your sister, Gabriella.
She's all right.
That's right.
She's all right.
And you know what I always say? If any of you contest the will after I'm gone, you're out.
You're out. We're out.
Okay, so you both have to get along. Because sisters and brothers have to get along. What do I always tell you? That's the most important thing. All right, we will see you next week. Don't forget, go to Charles Palminteri Show. If you want to do comment, go to his Instagram, like him, say something like me, whatever. CharlesPalminteri.net if you want to know my show schedule. God bless you all, and I'll see you next week.